Welcome back. In the previous part, we had a little wander around, seeing what was going on. There's a few suspicious people at the moment, especially Emma and Elliot. Keep an eye on them as to what's going on, but it's time for us to return to the dorm. Should I go back to the dormitory? Yes. I just said that. Return to the dormitory. Cicadas.
I guess there are cicadas around Trista, too. When I hear them, I always feel like that's when summer's really arrived.
Would you have really, like cicadas up in your mirror? Not sure, would that be the climate form? I don't know. Genuine question, that.
Retiring for the day, Schwarzer?
Instructor Neidhart. Yes. Are you heading out too?
Indeed. I have some business to take care of with my division, so I'll be returning there tomorrow. With that on the agenda, I thought it wise to finish the day's work early.
Your division? Oh yeah, you were sent here by the Imperial Army, right?
Correct, though because of that, it's difficult to keep a regular schedule here. Anyway, while I'm here, I want to acknowledge the work you did during your field study last month.
You mean that incident in Nord?
The same. Reading the Army's report, it seemed that armed conflict with the Republican Army was a real possibility. While the Intelligence Division no doubt had a hand in resolving the conflict, you and the other members of your group played an integral part in averting a war. You deserve credit for that.
Thanks. You haven't been able to find out anything more about that man with the glasses, have you?
The one who hired the mercenaries and introduced himself as Gideon? Regrettably not. The Intelligence Division is looking into his identity, but they don't appear to have found anything yet.
Which is kind of strange when you get down to it.
Personally, I wouldn't be at all surprised if they had discovered something already, but chose not to share it with us.
Exactly.
I see.
Schwarzer, I'll be the first to admit you performed admirably out there. But I assume you're aware that luck played a large part in your success?
Well,
Reading your report, the number of arbitrary decisions stood out to me. For an army to function, its members need to work together as a group, united under the will of its commander. As an organization, it can't perform at its best if its members disregard authority and act on instinct. You've already been over this in class, I believe?
Yes, Instructor. I realize now that our actions in Nord were rash, that they made things harder for the Lieutenant General. If it wasn't for our inexperience, we might have been able to capture the man with the glasses too.
If you understand that, I have nothing further to say on the matter. It's not my intent to belittle your efforts. Your report indicates that you were forced to make a number of split-second decisions. I'm not suggesting that there's no place for flexibility and independent thought in an organization like the Army. But it's vital for you to understand the reasoning behind and importance of that structure, and to respect it.
Yes, Instructor.
Teaching cadets to respect and work within that system should be the job of their class's instructor. Though considering her background, I was foolish to expect that of her.
Her? You're talking about Instructor Sarah?
Indeed. Granted, she's quite skilled, but she lacks the disposition and diligence of a soldier. I understand she didn't come from an army background, but with her position, one would hope she would pick up on the basics.
Oh, so do you know what Instructor Sarah did before she became an instructor here?
Oh? Is she keeping mum about that? I just assumed you were already aware. Before she came to Thors, Sarah was...
It's not very becoming of a gentleman to go around broadcasting a lady's secrets, you know.
But it might be vital information that we need to make split-second decisions. Yes.
Instructor Sarah.
Like we may be just completely bewildered by something, that we could just be like, boom, yes, we'll get that done because we know the situation. Just saying, it's not wise.
Instructor Vallenstein.
I totally understand where you're coming from. You meet a beautiful, captivating lady and you want to know more. But don't let hard-headed officer types like our friend here rub off on you too much. Got it? You always play by the rules, and you'll find yourself in a jam someday when you encounter people who don't.
Instructor?
You're one to talk. I hardly think a capricious instructor who leaves everything to chance is capable of guiding our cadets to greatness.
Well, of course I couldn't do a better job than the ace of the 4th Armored Division. Or was that the Provincial Army? I mean, you've got the whole tradition and status are everything mindset down pat.
It looks like these two aren't getting along any better.
The few steps back, like, I'm gonna leave.
First Sharon, now Instructor Neidhart. Instructor Sarah almost seems like she's spoiling for a fight.
Who do we have here? Well, if it isn't Instructor Sarah and Instructor Neidhart.
Uh-oh.
Instructor Thomas?
And young Reen is with you too? Simply marvelous. It looks like you're having a downright jolly time. Would you mind if I joined you?
Downright jolly time.
I'm not sure that would be...
Actually, I was just leaving. Come along, Reen. We need to hurry back to the dorms now.
We do?
We do.
Oh, but while we're all together like this, what say we have a few drinks together and enjoy some quality faculty bonding time?
But I don't have any bonding points.
I heard the two of you really know how to hold your liquor.
I'm afraid I really must...
I've actually just been hit with the overwhelming urge to drink alone in my room tonight.
Now, there's no need to be shy. We're all friends here. Oh, I know. Why don't you come along with us, Reen? We can't float a beer your way quite yet, but I'd be happy to treat you to something else.
No, it's quite all right. You teachers are always so busy, I'd hate to get in the way of your quality bonding time. So, if you'll excuse me, I'll be sure to let Sharon know that you're having dinner out tonight, Instructor.
Ooh.
No, Reen, well, wait! What kind of heartless monster are you? Get back here, Reen Schwarzer!
Well, shall we be off?
I couldn't possibly. I need to depart early tomorrow morning, so I really must insist.
Have fun. Chapter 4, A Midsummer's Revels. But, well, obviously we'll just stay in our room, you know. I expected you to say something about that situation, but this appears to be a vacant room. What's a vacant room? No idea. I have to admit, I'm a little sad I won't be able to go to the summer festival this year. Since I grew up in Heimdall, I look forward to it every summer. That and what? Just forget I said anything. Oh well, now's not the time to be thinking about the summer festival anyway. We got our practical exam and another field study coming up. And then I've got the wind orchestra concert next month. Got no shortage of things to focus on, and I feel like I have to do well on all of them. Well, good luck to you, I guess. Good evening, Reen. Hey there, Mango. Still studying, huh? That's great, but make sure to call it a night before it gets too late. Don't worry, I will. Once it starts getting warmer, it'll probably be easier to focus on studying during the mornings and evenings. So I figured it'd be a good idea to start easing myself into new studying hours right now. I see. Looking around, I can't help but be impressed. How nice and tidy your room is. Guess that shouldn't be a surprise, though. You've always seemed like the type to keep everything in its place. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Of course. Well, it's just easier to concentrate in a clean room. You should keep yours in order too. The clean room is a relaxing place. Yeah, I should probably take your advice to heart there. Heimdall's summer festival is right around the corner now. Oops, I'm starting to get distracted. No time to think about things like that when I need to focus on studying. Yep, you need to relax every so often. It actually helps with the studying. Yeah. What are you drawing, Gaius? I'm painting, I think you'll find. I came up with a great idea for a painting during our field study last month. I call it Clouds in the Sky. One big cloud, one big white cloud in the sky. I'm in the middle of roughing out the composition for it at the moment. I still look forward to seeing the finished piece. I look forward to seeing you start anything. Sorry to say, but this one's going to take me a while. Yeah, I imagine so. I have plenty of other projects to work on too. So I'm planning on doing this painting as a nice, relaxed pace. But don't worry, I plan on showing all of you when it's done, if it's done ever. So I hope you all look forward to it. Sounds good to me. Sounds good, doesn't look good, because it doesn't look like anything. You're not even touching it. What are you doing? I came up with a great idea for a painting during our field study last month. I can only hope it'll end up looking as good as it does in my head. What does it look like in your head? It has to be better than that. That's just the canvas. Like, don't yet. Like, come on. What are you up to, Eustace? I'm cleaning my horse riding gear. It got dirtier than I expected while I was out riding on the highway today. Well, at least it looks like you're having fun in the riding club. I can understand that, though. Riding those horses across the Nordhannans on our field study felt fantastic. It really did. If I ever had the opportunity to do so again, I certainly wouldn't complain. You know what would make the Nordhannans better? Ooh, an astrolabe. No, not an astrolabe, but yeah. If that entire area was in VR, that'd be cool, riding around on a horse in VR. How should I spend the day tomorrow? I was wind up with far too much free time when the riding club doesn't meet. I mean, I have a VR headset. It'd be good if this series had some VR moments. What are the chances of that happening, though? Yeah. Hello? Like, get into speaking range? Where's the bubble? There. Huh? It's rare to hear you sigh like that. Sorry. I'm feeling tired. That's all. Lately, between swimming lessons and club practice, I feel like I've spent more time in the water than out. Guess I still have a way to go. A clash with Fee must still be bothering her. Phew, calling it a day a little earlier than usual feels like a smart choice right now. I still have quite a ways to go. Yes, indeed. Is Sarah actually back at this point? Where's the... There. No, she's not. Okay, fair enough. There's no point checking her room, she's not there. It definitely feels like summer's here now that our swimming lessons have started. I was thinking about going to the boutique tomorrow to buy some new clothes, but I don't know if I should. We're almost always in our uniforms, so there probably isn't that much point. While summer uniforms are fairly comfortable too. Guess I shouldn't buy trendy clothes if I won't have a chance to wear them. It's logical, but still disappointing. What the hell my grandfather's doing, actually? I can see the Highlands being cool in the summer, but they're supposed to get really cold as soon as it hits fall. I'm a little worried about him now. Maybe I should talk to Sharon about this. We should check downstairs for Sharon as well. She's probably there. What are you doing up there? Oh, Rain. You okay, Fee? Kinda spacing out there. I'm fine. Did you need something? Not really. I just want... Wait, what are you sitting on? Weapons, explosives, all that good stuff. Oh, just be careful with those. I know how to handle them. That's probably a bad thing, though. Huh? Nothing. I'm gonna sleep. Night. Yeah, good night. I'm gonna sleep. Night. Wanna sleep together? I've gotta go. Yes. I was gonna say which one's Laura's room because she won't be there. Good evening, Rain. Evening, Emma. Say, aren't those cards the kind people use for fortune telling? That's right. They're called tarot cards. My grandmother taught me how to use them. Girls really seem to be into that fortune-telling stuff, huh? How about you read my fortune? Just something simple is fine, of course. Something simple. Well, let's go with this, then. Emma thoroughly shuffled her cards, then picked one. The Wheel of Fortune. In the upright position, this card represents chance, change, and turning points in life. So general reading would suggest that you're approaching a major turning point in your life. That sounds a bit vague. It's just that sort of thing, like, why I'm in there? It's like, that's sort of going to be related to what I want to bring up in the old theory house. Just that idea of, like, we're going to be talking around, like, what the Grandmaster's up to, and it's sort of like what I think she's up to anyway. Anyway, that's a bit vague, isn't it? Sorry. Still learning the finer points of reading the cards. I am rather curious about this result, though. I suppose I just need more practice with the cards. There are multiple ways each result can be interpreted, so seeing the truth of a reading can be difficult to master. Guess I'll ask you for another reading sometime, then. Feel free to. Now. Like, right now. Kind of strange, like, oh, we get a different one. Death. And another death. And then another death. And then another death, which is weird, because there's only 2 death cards in the actual pack. I'm back, I noticed. Ooh, it's been a while since I got this plastered. Don't tell me you and Instructor Nearheart were trying to out-drink each other. Course not. He hardly ever drank anything. Now Instructor Thomas, though. Wow. Should have seen him drain those beers. I did my best to rise to the challenge, of course, but he just kept chugging away, like the booze didn't even faze him. Well, knowing you, I'm sure you'll shake it off after a good night's rest. Really though, have you ever thought of maybe drinking in moderation? I think I heard of it before. Long ago. I'm not sure what she thinks I'm talking about, but I doubt it's what I actually said. Yes. Oh, Sharon is around. Sharon, hello. Lady Sarah returned home a few moments ago. Master Nearheart was even such a gentleman as to escort her back too. I see. I guess it does take a gentleman to escort a stone-dead drunk back home when he's plenty busy himself. It would seem that Lady Sarah had an enjoyable evening drinking with her co-workers. I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of joining them sometime, should the opportunity present itself. Get the feeling she'd place on the list of monster drinkers. I should prepare some water for Lady Sarah. Alternatively, some more alcohol may be pleasing to her. Should I call it a day? Choosing to rest will cause the day to change and the main story to advance. Yes. Ding, ding, ding. It's a new day, everyone. A free day! I don't see Celine around here. Old Schoolhouse Mystery 4. This month I would like Class VII to simply relax and enjoy themselves. That, of course, was a joke. Please delve deeper into the Old Schoolhouse and report back to me. You may begin when you are ready, but be sure you're ready for anything. Childhood friends' intentions. I've known this boy since we were kids, but I have no idea what's on his mind lately. To be honest, I am a bit worried. Would someone be able to give me some advice on how to handle this? I'll be in the upper class dormitory if you can help. Snapped. Rumor has it that the first year in the photography club, who shall remain nameless, Rex, has been taking pictures of people without their permission and selling them to other students. If this is true, I need to make him stop for his own good, and everyone else's. If you are willing to assist me, please come to the photography club's room. Oh dear. Wow. They sure didn't hold back on the request this time. Looks like the only must-do is exploring the old schoolhouse again, though. Guess I should start by figuring out which ones to take care of. The old schoolhouse can wait until later. This is the first free day I've had since we switched over to our summer uniforms. It'll probably get hot later, but it's nice right now, so I might as well get the show rolling. Alright, so we've got 7 bonding points. Let's see what we've got in terms of... Where's the map? There's the map. Let's start with Sarah, who seems to be outside from the looks of it. On the road. Yeah, down there. What are you staring at? Okay, let's boogie. Huh. You know what she's heading out onto the highway for? I mean, it is her, so I probably don't need to be too concerned. Should I follow after her? Yes! Right. Let's go. Is she planning on taking all of them on by herself? Looks like I've got no shortage of dance partners today. Alright, time's a wasting, so let's get started. Hope you can all keep up. Instructor. Reen? What are you doing out here? It's too dangerous to fight this many on your own. Let me help. Ah, I'm touched. I think I've got this, though. Why don't you sit back and watch? And... begin. It sounds impressive. That's something, I guess. His face. Just like, what? But they all just imploded. There we go. Easy peasy. Oh, wow. Beat those monsters so hard, I almost felt bad for them. How'd you like that? Willing to admit how awesome and cool your instructor is now? Well, can't deny your skill at least. So you came out here to train then? Pretty much. I wander out here every now and then to lay into the wildlife. Gal's gotta stay in shape somehow, you know? Guess I look pretty dumb rushing in to try and help you out, huh? That's not entirely true. I appreciate the sentiment at least. Seeing you dashing in, all worried about little old me, made me smile. Alas, dear Reen, I don't want to break your sweet young heart, but we're teacher and student. It'd never work out. Tragic. How will I ever cope? Anyway, now that you're here, you might as well get in on the fun. Think of it as a special private lesson just for you. While ignoring how staggeringly easy it would be to misinterpret that. Sure, I'll join you. In fact, I'd be glad to. Attaboy. And so Reen joined Instructor Sarah in a wild brawl against the monsters on the highway. And after he'd spent the last of his stamina, he made his way back to the dorm. I think that was it. That was it. Alright. Let's go over to the boutique then. And speak to Elise here. Oh, Shannon's here as well. Kind of clothes would he like? We're getting something for Gwen. Yeah, Sharon's helping me pick out some clothes for him to wear in the fall. After I was lucky enough to meet with him on last month's field study, it only feels right to send him a little gift. That's really nice of you. I'm probably pretty practical too. The Highlands seem like they'll get really cold once summer's over. They should arrive just in time if we send them in the next few days. Now all we need to do is find something that actually suits him. I might be able to help her out. Yes, of course. Would you like me to help you pick something? I mean, I'm a guy and I wear clothes, so... Really? I hadn't noticed you were a guy and wear clothes, but nice of you to offer. A more masculine perspective would be much appreciated. I trust that you will pick out something fitting, Messerine. Oh, this jacket looks nice. He does like to dress pretty well, so maybe something like this would be good. A splendid idea. I'm sure he'd prefer that to a gift that reflects his age. However, he might not have many opportunities to wear this over in Nord. You're probably right. How about getting something for outdoor activities? But he seems to like driving around and fishing. Pair of gloves. That's a good idea. You know all that stuff pretty well, don't you? Guess this is your chance to shine. Here's hoping I don't disappoint. Let's start by taking a look over there. Boots. How about these boots? They're not bad. I don't think they'll be that sturdy since they're casual wear. Gwyn's more likely to have hiking boots or something like that already. That's true. Hey, one of those hats over there might work. I think he'd look good in a hat. Be pretty practical since he spends so much time outside. Right, let's go have a look. I do like those hats. The ones with the racing stripes. How about this one? Looks good to me. The design in it is nice, too, so I think you'll like it. Great. Then we have our gift. Sharon, could you... Huh? Where did she go? Something tells me she disappeared while our attention was on those hats. Maybe she was trying to give us some alone time. Dang it, Sharon. Well, either way, let's take this up to the register. Sharon's probably gone back to the dorm, so we can show her later. Yeah, thanks, Reen. Okay, so next up is Mango in the cafe. Though actually, let's actually go see about Gaius and maybe if he's, sorted out that picture. Like seeing us over in the dormitory. Like, maybe he's gonna actually do some painting? That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Gaius. Like my masterpiece! It's beautiful, look at it! What to draw? Planning on spending the day on your artwork, I take it? Yeah, it's an art club thing. The assignment is to draw something that's important to us, then present our piece to the club. Struggling to figure out what I should draw, though. What if I can help him out with this one? Yes! Maybe it'd help if we talked about it together. It just might. I'd appreciate the help. Something important to me. Well, this is about the last thing I expected I'd do when I woke up today. I wanted to practice drawing people anyway, so this works out perfectly. 2 birds, 1 stone, as they say. May have a point, but still kind of embarrassing. I did say I'd help out though, and I'm not going to back on my word. Thanks. Right, now strip. Alright, I received a letter from home a few days ago. From Toma, specifically. Oh, that's nice. Hard to believe it's already been a month since we were there. What did you write to you about? He said that everyone's doing well, as always. Things are still tense at Zendergate and the Watchtower, though. I see. Wonder who that G person behind all this is, anyway. He clearly had some kind of objective, but couldn't say what it was. Everyone has something that they wish to protect in their lives. I want to protect my hometown, my family, and the whole of Class 7. But I don't think it's right to sacrifice others to do so. Yeah, I agree. We've still got a long way to go before we're strong enough to protect everything that's important to us. Just glad I have your help, Gaius. Likewise. Well, I didn't expect this conversation to get serious. What's wrong? Could you move your head back a bit, Reen? You seem to have moved it out of place while we were talking. Sorry about that. Being a model is pretty tough. Still nothing on the canvas. All right, Mango, it is. There he is. It's some kind of chair in the way. Maybe I'm better off with a less formal tone. Hey there, Mango. What are you up to? What should I write? I'm just drawing a blank here. At least you admit you're drawing a blank, unlike Gaius. I don't even think he heard me. Is he studying? He's not writing his notebook, though. Could I try to get his attention? Yes. Hey, Mango! Whoa! Almost gave me a heart attack. When did you get here, Reen? Just wondering what you're up to. Oh, is that a postcard? Don't look, please. I want to see it now. Show me. Oh, so you're writing up a submission for a radio show. There's no point in hiding it now that you've seen it, so yes. To submit an entry for the campaign, this program's running that lines up with the summer festival. As you saw, I got a bit carried away trying to make it something worth actually sending in. Never figured you for a radio buff, to be honest. Let's see here. Reen took a look at what Mango wrote. Don't just read someone's writing without their permission. Why not? I'm not going to make fun of you for it, probably. Let's see. Hi, Misty, big fan of the show. Oh, neat. It's for Abentime. Wait, you're familiar? Sure. I've been a fan for a long time now. Misty's got a great voice, doesn't she? Again, yes, it's Limbeck. She really does. I practically fell in love from the very first syllable. Can't believe I had a fellow fan so close this entire time. Don't think we're the only ones either. People have been spreading the word. It's a shame our field study runs through the summer festival though, isn't it? Yeah. When I was younger, I used to go along every year with... What's with the sudden silence? Sorry, it's nothing. Either way, just have to focus on our field study and put the summer festival out of our minds. It's a shame, but I guess you're right. Guess hoping Misty reads your submission on the air, though. You said you wouldn't make fun of me. Dear, oh dear. Well, let's use that as a stopping point. And in the next part, we'll go off and do the ones in the academy. There only seems to be 3 around from looks at, which does match up with the amount of bonding points we've got. Of course. So, we'll see you in the next part. With more bonding, and probably some side quests. Oh dear. Ta-ta for now.